For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out sabatcg.com. What's poppin', everybody? It's the Saber 4. Got a TCG match with Jellicent EX. The deck is called Jellicent, but the Pokemon is Jellicent. Quite the mouthful, isn't it? But yeah, Jellicent EX alongside Xatu. That's what I was trying to say. Calling it the Jellicent because you get the item lock. Pretty coveted. And since you can block tools as well, it's almost, well, it's not almost, it is the traditional item lock from back in the day before tools were considered something different than item cards. Anyway, so open up with a Badu, so I'll have a guaranteed lock as soon as we get to attack. Got the Xatu down, got a Nest Ball and Buddy Poffins. Buddy Poffin, I mean, it is kind of like a meh card in this deck because the only target really is the 3 Xatus. So if you like open 1 or 2 and then you use 1 to get the rest, or 1 as prize, or you use 1 to get 2 basically, let's just say that from the deck, then all the rest of them are basically worthless. But I still want to have something like that you can just, you know, just use with an open bench spot, so you get out of the hand. You can do a similar thing with the Nest Ball pretty much, and then when you use something like Youngster or Iris, you draw more cards still. So it's almost like you're running the Acrobike or the Whistle. You know, item-based draw cards that I'm kind of missing a little bit. But the main thing is just a better way to get evolution Pokemon, really. Besides just relying on the Ultra Ball. Anyway, so this is another lightning deck. This guy opened up with Miraidon. It's got the Iron Hands EX, and it's got this Zeraora too from Distant Rivals, I believe. Now this Pokemon can actually do some solid damage for 3 energies. You discard all of them, but you hit for 210 for just a regular basic Pokemon. The problem is it has to be on the bench. So he only works as a sniper and can't hit the active. They did this before with the Zapdos as well. I remember using, I think it was from Sword and Shield. I think maybe it was Sun and Moon. But yeah, sometimes it's still good. You use that when they try and hide a big Pokemon on the bench, but 9 times out of 10 right now is not worth it. You want to have the option to hit the active too if you're going to run a regular Pokemon like that. You use up the space, maybe hit a wall Pokemon like Mimikyu. You don't just want to be forced to hitting the bench. So I'm not too thrilled about it. You know, nothing else about it is special. The 100 HP is definitely not special. And it doesn't have to retreat either. So we get the item lock, and I'll be able to get the Jellicent pretty soon. If he gets stuck, I'd rather not use the Iono. And it looks like that happened, but I mean, we did draw another Iono. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to reset his hand, and hopefully that works out. I'm going to gamble my luck a little bit actually. Let's just use the Xatu instead of just getting the Jellicent and going for an attack, just hitting for 80. Let me just try and rely on this guy. And I still did not see a supporter card, a different supporter card. So we are going to Iono. Sort of messes things up a little bit. But let's see, I get the Youngster, a bit too late for that. And it goes thumbs up for some reason. We're going to keep it up with the Badu though. And yeah, you get to see how, you know, the Zeraora is sort of limited in his options. He's got 2 of those on the bench. 1 of them has 2 energy, but if you would promote that guy, he can't even attack. Like, what does the first attack do? I don't know. Does 10 for 1 or something with paralysis? I'm not sure, but he can't use the big attack to just finish off the Badu. Not that you would need to hit for 210, but just to do something. I mean, even just attack the bench with something else. You know, you couldn't do it. I got no EX Pokemon on the bench, so yeah, too many limitations with that Zeraora. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to retreat the Badu and go for some heavier damage now with the Jellicent. Play down my Stadium. If he gets rid of that, he does, but I want to draw as many cards as I can. With the youngster, we get another Xatu down, and our setup just keeps going. I don't have a supporter card, but I don't think he'll be able to kill this Jellicent in one shot. You know, by the time I draw something, I think I'll be able to get a few prizes here. Even if the Miraidon gets one attack off, I mean, I'll successfully get the KO. He's going to lose the energies, so it's a good enough trade-off for now. I'm annoying him with the item lock too. I'm pretty sure it must be messing with this lightning deck. They run a lot of items, possibly running electric generator, among other cards. Yeah, so Scratch does 20 for 1, so if he promoted that guy to attack the buddy, he wasn't going to get the kill. Could have tried though, I mean, he would have definitely saved the Miraidon. So, you know, he has to make a decision, but I mean, he did commit the energy, so you might as well go for the Photon Blaster there. Photon, reminding me of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal shit. I guess I shouldn't change the subject, but I got a lot of stuff to say about the TCGs. Got a lot of stuff I want to announce, but I guess I'll keep it quiet for now. So let's see what we get from the prizes. Jellicent EX, good. Got the tulip, so I guess if this thing does die, I can use that to recover my guys. We got the Xatu, it should be pretty good when I get a bunch of psychics, get it, draw power that way. So Zero Aura, I mean, once again, you know, you promoted that dude, the Zero Aura on the bench with energies, you can't use it to attack the Jellicent in the active position. That's such a fail. I mean, I'll never understand why the Pokemon company does that. They just try and make sure the regular Pokemon are very limited, no matter what. Like this thing with 100 HP is terrible. You know, it's no threat. It dies in one shot, easy as hell. The attack, you know, it does decent damage, but you gotta discard 3 energies too. It's not like it's something we haven't seen on a basic Pokemon, okay? So why don't you just make it able to attack the active? I don't know, maybe decrease the damage too. Like if you think it's gonna be so bad, 210 that can hit the active too, make it 190 or something. There was like a cool, or at least cool for me, Moltres from the Sun and the Moon era that I remember I was taking in Rainbow decks when it came out, when I was playing an expanded. It had a 4 for 190 attack. You needed to discard 3 fire energies, but it did 190 on the active. It was pretty solid. It could get some 1 KOs or just hit for a pretty big chunk. It was just a basic Pokemon. It had, I think, 120 or 130 HP. You know, it did decent damage and you can hit everybody. And that was a much older era too at this point, Sun and Moon. So why does Moltres, it can hit for 190 anywhere, and then this Zero Aura does 210, I think is what it does, but it's got to be the bench, and it's got to be an EX Pokemon too. Anyway, so this guy's promoting decoys. He can't power up anybody. He can only do manuals for the Iron Hands EX. I'm guessing he would want to use the generator, but he can't because of the item lock. So I'm really messing him up big time. I mean, by the time he can do anything, I have such a big lead. I guess maybe he can eventually get the +1 and get triple prize with Iron Hands on the Jellicent. I mean, I couldn't even switch actually, but let's not do it just yet. Maybe I should have done that though, because you know, I don't need to hit for 160 to kill the little bird. Just doing 80 was good enough. And then we can just promote the hurt dude to come in for the finishing touch on the hands. After it gets hurt, I can finish it off, and there's no risk of amp you very much. It doesn't matter though, I have such a big lead that I think I'm good. And he does promote the Zero Aura again, and he surrendered. I'm not surprised. So that's the match, pretty short, but I had him locked out. Sub to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a